That is not the right section. Let's try that again. Nothing like a subscribe reminder to start the show off. You know, you never know what people are going to need.
That's right. We want people to subscribe. So, hey, if you're joining us, thank you. Subscribe while you're here.
So you never miss an episode and you always get reminded, right? Reminder it.
I like it. That's exactly what it is. You're reminded.
We should just make up our own language all the time, which we actually do. So, you know. So it's November.
Yes. Yes.
So that means, and it's the first week. So that means we are, it's our second, right? Doodle and Chat Classy.
Doodle and Chat Classy. You know, I love the title, Doodle and Chat Classy.
Because that's what we are. We're classy and it's for your class. You know?
Right. I know.
We try.
It's good.
So our Doodle and Chat friends who subscribe to our newsletter, they get a one-pager to go along with this live episode that we host every month, where we're going to take people through this month's classy topic. Classy topic. So we are talking about Zentangles, which are just super fun. And in preparing for, I know, right? And then we could weave in the heart. We could draw in our heart hand, right? Actually, that would be really cute.
That's right.
To take a picture and then draw Zentangles.
Oh, and Zentangle inside of our heart.
Oh my gosh, I like that too. We'll put that on.
We're gonna have to do it.
We're gonna have to do that. That'd be a good one to post. And so in researching this Zentangles, I really didn't. I mean, I thought like it's fun. You draw repetition, so it's abstract art, right? Where you draw a repetition of patterns over and over again. But I didn't really realize that there was like intent by the people who invented this. So unless you already know this, but I'm going to share this for our friends who are joining us. So a monk named Rick Roberts joined up with an artist named Maria Thomas, and they invented this idea called Zentangles as a meditation form, which I didn't even think about it. But then once you try it, you're like, well, duh, it's a meditation form because it's so calming, so zen, right? And just so much fun.
I love Zentangle. So the first time I saw it, I don't even remember where I saw it, but the first time I saw it, there's just something about it that even just visually is appealing to me. Like even not even drawing, just looking at it is kind of relaxing. And you would think that it wouldn't be because there's so much going on with it. But there's just something about how it fits together. And it kind of doesn't matter how it fits together. It's just relaxing to look at.
It totally is. And so you and I thought what would be more fun than to take objects that represent fall, which is kind of a classroom application because you could really take any type of item that would go along, an icon that's going along with what you're learning, and you could fill it in with this repetition of patterns through abstract art that we're gonna take people through today. Or I feel like this could just be like, get out your Zentangle paper. We're gonna doodle or Zentangle for like 3 minutes, and then we're gonna get on going with class. Like, what a great SEL self-regulation tool, right?
It is. And a lot of people will give just your basic containers, like a square or a circle. I've given my students a sticky note before and said just Zentangle on the sticky note. And then we can hang them up. We just stick them up wherever. And so we've done that before too.
I like that idea. Like, what a great way also to like manage any anxiety that you might bring to a space, I like that, like carrying Post-it notes around and just Zentangling on them. Yes. So I think I just made up another new verb.
Zentangling. We're Zentangling.
I like that word, Zentangling.
I do too.
So part of the Doodle and Chat Classy newsletter or one pager, we never seem to be able to just do one page because I feel like teachers will like this. Teachers are like this. So Wendy and I Wendy, sorry, that's my teaching assistant's name. I don't know where that came from. Mandi and I are going to be using this format, and it's dotted in it's like you can perforate. You can't perforate it, but it's like it gives you like you need to cut here symbol for teachers. And we're going to pick one of these symbols to Zentangle tonight. But then in addition, and we'll put these in the show notes, links to these PDFs. There's like a coffee mug and just a page of leaves, which I think this will be fun to see how it all turned out. Hello, Monica. We're talking Zentangles. And then we have a pumpkin, which is fun. Yeah, and in my very brief single time of Zentangling before this episode, I did realize that while this is fun, this is a lot of work to Zentangle. This is a big, chonky Zentangle template.
It is. You want to start small.
Yeah, so people can shrink these, when you print it out, you can do like a 50% because Carrie didn't know when she thought she was giving you great gifts. When we thought.
Which is completely great. So there are some really cool artists that you can follow that share their Zentangles. But one of the favorite ones that I've seen is where they take a letter. So like the first letter of your name or the last letter of your name, because they're skinnier usually. And so you have less space to fill, and they will Zentangle in that letter. And not only is it kind of cool looking art, but it's also very relaxing. And how fun would that be in your class to have every student do either their first initial or their last initial and have some personalized art for your classroom?
I like that. Or even if you have a phrase on the bulletin board, everybody can get a letter for that phrase.
Oh, that's a great idea too.
That would be fun. I like that. I like that a lot. But we're going to turn our cameras on today, right? And we're going to pick whichever fall item you or I want. And we're just going to chill and Zentangle. I know if you're joining us here and you have the sheets printed out, then you're all set. If you are here and you're like, I want a Zentangle, but I don't have that fall sheet, really, like Mandi said, Post-it note size, and they really do suggest like a 3x3 when you read about like how it was created. You really want a small square. So Monica, even if you have a scrap paper, like napkin size, right? And then they suggest that you draw just a squiggly line on it because it gives you a start. And then you'll have sections where you can just start drawing patterns. And Mandi was showing me before we got on the air, and I did the same thing. If you Google search Zentangle patterns, they give you so many basic patterns that you can look at, and some of them are ridiculous. And I'm like, I cannot draw that 3D chain link black hole thing on a Zentangle, but some of them are fun. It gives you just a different idea of how to draw a curve or a circle and fun stuff.
And if you are really into that, there are people you can follow on YouTube that do like a daily, not YouTube, probably also YouTube, but on TikTok, they'll do like a daily Zentangle tutorial where they have just like a little 30-second segment and they'll show you how to draw one. Even some of those really complicated 3D ones, and you watch and you're like, oh, so that's not super complicated at all. So that would be cool to do. You could do one of those in your classes even.
You could. Or even you got me thinking too, like you could even have a space on your board where you draw the squiggle and kids could just come up at the beginning of the period and add one element to it. Actually, that would be really cool.
My students would eat that up. They would.
Or I was even thinking like I have a really nice square table that doesn't really get used in my classroom, like putting butcher paper on that. And then kids could just sit, that's a big, chunky table. So the kids could just sit around that and Zentangle that for a while, Yeah. That would be fun. And Monica, I know Monica teaches little ones. There's like some motor skills going on. She could put dots, between things, and kids could have to connect them in different shapes or however they wanted to. The rule could be to connect the dots. How you do that, the kids could decide, that could be fun.
And then after you connect the dots, you could put more dots on those lines and connect those dots, and you would actually end up with a Zentangle with that.
Yeah. And then the little ones for math, you could talk about shapes within the Zentangle.
Oh, yeah. See, that would be really good too.
That would be fun. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm excited. Okay.
I'm going to have to figure out how to put background music on when we do things like this. I know we can do it. It would be fun. We could listen to some cool jazz.
So instead, we'll just have the cool jazz in our head.
That's right.
All right. So which one do you think I'm going to pick? Like if you had to guess, which one?
I want to do the coffee cup. I think you would do the coffee cup or the pumpkin.
The coffee cup is my first choice. I actually really love leaves. I know that's not probably something that's ever come up in conversation. Coffee, every chance I get, I have that conversation about coffee every chance I get. And I would love to doodle on that one. But I also think the leaves would be fun. They have like a natural separation that you could doodle in. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try these two guys down here. And it was fun when I was thinking about it. Like, should I take away the middle, veins of the leaves or leave them in? And I thought the veins will add more fun, if they're there. So that's going to be,
it's that separation. So you could have different pieces in different ones.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm actually going to cut mine out so that I can put it right on the middle of the camera.
And I'll just zoom in.
Sounds good.
Because I can.
But I also think it's fun, like literally how small they want it to be.
Yeah.
And then once you use Zentangle, you realize why.
Yes, because it does take, like, it takes some time, which is part of the Zen part. It's part of the meditation. You're supposed to just start with a line and kind of let it go from there and let it flow and see what comes up. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything super complicated. When I do this, I have some go-to patterns that I kind of just always draw.
I did find that I did discover that as well on my first Zentangle, that there was some comfort in some patterns.
Yep.
I think I have any more books. No, that's as high as we go today. All right, I got two different pens because I wasn't sure which one I was going to like. I know I don't want to do a Sharpie because that's just too thick for this size. If I was going to do a large, I think if I was going to do 8 by 10, I probably would pick a Sharpie.
Yeah, because that's going to take up more space. So some of the people that I've seen that do like the block letters, and they'll like even do it on those wooden letters that you can buy. A lot of times they use Sharpie or paint pen.
Oh, I like that idea.
No, like those wooden letters, they're really cool. We can link some of those in the show notes.
Yeah, you and I will do some searching and we'll leave some examples for some friends. That'll be fun. Yeah. But really all you have to do is search Zentangles.
You do.
And there's even in my research, there's some great posts by some educators that have a far more extensive like research and directions on things on Zentangles.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to use the Macron PN, which is like more of a pointy tip, or if I'm going to use the one that's like, I think I'm going to use the 0.8 because it's got that flat. I think that'll be better.
So the Zen part of this means we're probably going to be more quiet as we draw.
Yes. So some nice, if we were in the classroom, I would put on some nice chill music. Or even just the playlist of my classroom,
Yeah.
I also found
for my kids right now, that's Christmas music because they asked on Halloween, can we play Christmas music? I said, not yet. Ask me tomorrow. So my students are ready for some holiday cheer. I saw an artist one time where you could send in a picture of your pet and they would like sketch your pet and then they would Zentangle over it. Like as a custom gift. It was really cool.
Oh, it does sound cool. I think I'm going to try to find one more level so that I can bring this up closer to everybody.
Oh, because it's smaller.
Yeah. Let's see. That's all I got, so I'll have to do. You know what? I am gonna switch it up. I think I'm gonna switch to the pumpkin, or I'll switch to the coffee mug, and then mine will be nice and big, and yours will be small. But then I can use the Sharpie, and then everybody can see it because it's bothering me. I think my favorite thing about this is like the mistake always becomes something.
Yep. I like that too.
So I suppose in a sketch note, if we wanted to think like, because that's how my brain always works, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could have your words down and you could container them, container them, and then colors you could Zentangle inside the containers just for like that calming element of it all.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah,
like as you said that, like the picture of it kind of popped into my head.
Yeah, I have like an idea, like, but I feel like that's what I want to explore that one a little bit. That could be fun. I also thought about how fun, like, for a club or a class, if they wanted to do like a fundraiser, they could create Zentangles that then could become a coloring book. I was thinking about that. Like, how fun would that be?
Oh yeah.
As a group to make, like that creation is the thing that earns money for something, or that the kid 1/4 of the kids spend making Zentangle coloring book pages, and then the next quarter they're there for other kids, or maybe you send them to another grade level.
What a cool idea. I really like that.
So Monica says she sees this on the borders of students' work.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. And she's talking from like kindergarten at EC. So if those kiddos know that this is some good stuff, then we know it's good stuff for calming or whatever our bodies need, right?
We do.
Yeah, that idea, I think I texted it to you when we were chatting about this classy one that making those coloring pages. I feel like that could be something that the Doodle and Chat, like either crew or us, it could be a fun thing. We might have to put that away, but bring it out pretty soon. That could be a fun fundraiser for charity or something.
That could. I love that idea.
I know. We gotta think on that one.
We do. I think that would be loads of fun to do, to make, and it would be something that would benefit others.
Yeah, and I could see the community like loving that.
Me too.
I need to increase my knowledge bank of patterns. Ooh, I like that one that you're doing right now. I think I might steal that.
The interwoven lines.
Yes, I like that a lot.
And then you color in behind it.
Oh.
So, and you don't have to, but a lot of times, like, you'll just color in your empty spaces. So, like, well, that's a bad example, but like you would color in here in your empty space. And I chose to do green on this because it was a leaf.
I noticed that.
Because you don't have to just Zentangle in black.
So Amy is saying hi to us. She's River's with her. And she said they are here. They're Zentangling it up.
Nice. I can't wait to see it.
I mean, really, this is like the ultimate, like, any age thing.
I agree.
Well, I'm looking at. Go ahead.
I would say I like that Monica was like, yeah, I think we could try that with littles.
Yeah, agreed. And I just pulled up some ideas for inspiration. I don't know if it'll come up on the phone here. No, it doesn't. But it's got like little smiley faces. I never thought about little smiley faces or little clouds as the or little flowers.
Oh, cool.
I didn't never think of that as an option for. I think I'm gonna try that.
That is a great idea.
Oh, could I do that? I wonder.
It doesn't like to fill just my little area. I must have something weird turned on. So some of those pictures that I was talking about, where they send in like a picture of their pet or something, those they will do the different areas, like they'll Zentangle the whole thing, but they'll do different areas in different colors to show sections of the picture.
Oh.
Which is kind of cool.
I know I was trying to think about how I could Zentangle Stanley, but I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm going to.
Well, I can send you some inspiration because I think Stanley would be wonderful to Zentangle. I think that would be really cool.
I think it'd be fun.
He could be part of the coloring book.
That's right.
If I figured out Penelope, she could be part of the coloring book too. She's got some fun shapes in her.
Yeah, those feathers.
See, that one turned out cool, even after you color it in.
Very cool.
That one's fun. I like that one. Oh, that's what makes me happy. Like, I love how that turned out.
I do too. That is really cute. And the green just pops.
I like it.
It's very photosynthesis-ish also, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. Now, I like to do, because you're on your coffee cup, I like to do exactly what you're doing on the coffee cup and have different areas be different things.
Well, and it's funny that you said that because I feel like you're reading my mind a little bit. Were you going to go on, or is that what you were going to say?
No, I mean, I was going to say I'm getting ready to do mine. So,
well, I was thinking about like, and I know this is a stretch and I really can't like completely conceptualize it, but I feel like it's an idea. Like if you did have the leaf, if you talked about what things leaves would have in them, and those were the patterns that were in the leaves, like they have water. So your part of your Zentangle is droplets, right? And then they need sun. So part of your Zentangle would have sun, right? Little itty bitty suns all over them. Like I wonder, like I think
love
that could
it.
be a thing.
I love it.
Or even just that idea of like, like the heart within hearts. So you could have an icon, and then within the icon are the little icons, but then you're still doing a Zentangle. But this also goes back to why sketchnoting and visual thinking and doodling with your learning is a great regulation tool as well. It's because it has this aspect of it. Ooh, I didn't color in last time I did my Zentangle. I really like that idea. I'm going to try the weaving thing without the coloring, I think.
The weaving thing makes me very happy.
Well, it's slightly strategic. So I can see, you have to think through and pause your brain. So it lets you think about layers a little bit.
Yeah. Like where would this go? What would this look like?
Right.
I have a weird, what is that over there? Okay. So this one, will it go every other one?
Well, and because we always idea talk, Zentangles were part of the blackout art that you did when Amy
Yes.
DeFries was on with us, and she shared with us that idea too. So there's a combination of a double overlay of things. That blackout art and the Zentangles on top of it.
I think that's still laying over here. Let me see. Yeah, this one. Nope.
It was like your leaf. You did green too. You had like you're a green fan lately.
I know. I told you some days I'm green and sometimes I'm pink and sometimes I'm orange. And today's green.
So we did the blackout art where you picked words. That's like what words would remind you of a great party.
Yes.
And then you Zentangled it.
I did. I did. I do love some good Zentangles. They're just so fun and satisfying to draw because you don't even have to be great at it and they still turn out good.
Agreed. Yeah, this is one of those times when I'm like, I want to research, I want to do more, I want to gather more knowledge about like the patterns and stuff, but at the same time, I hesitate to because I don't want to get wrapped up in the like beauty of it all because I just really like doing it. And if it looks good to me and I like it, then I think that's all I'm gonna do, you know?
Yep.
So I hesitate to like try to I resist the urge of my brain to be like, make it prettier or make it more artsy, you know?
Yeah, I do. Uh-oh. My pen got away from me there for a second. I've got some stray marks. I don't know what's going on with that. My pencil gets a mind of its own every now and then. Even when I'm giving notes at school, sometimes it just puts stray marks on the page.
It's like, let me tell you, lady.
Yeah, the kids are like, what is happening? Like, I don't know.
You think you're going to teach math. You should give your pencil a name. And then you can be like, well, my Apple pencil's name is Gerald. Well, Gerald, you know, just decided.
Gerald did his own thing today.
Gerald did his own thing. Oh, I think I like the droplets better. Oh, well. I'm going with it. I love it, Amy. So Amy says she's using Zentangle doodles, a doodle sheet for her students with her Wellness Wednesday.
I love that.
Yeah.
What a great idea.
That is a great idea.
I still my mind's still going back to that, putting like a piece of the starting in the corner of your board and saying finish the Zentangle. Like I
know.
think that would be amazing.
Like if we could come up with like some fun phrase about like, you know, come to the board, add a line, go on with your day. Some kind of like little rhythmic, like little poem-y thing.
Yeah. That would be really cool.
I think so too. Well, I'm gonna have to think on that one as well. I feel like arches are my most favorite, and I need to find the most ways that I can use them.
There are a lot. They're good corner pieces.
Yes. And I love this kind of ray effect too. When you start from the same point and go up.
I do too. I really like that.
This is a lot of fun. This did not take me as long as I thought it would. I think with the bigger piece, the bigger pen, you know,
yes,
makes the difference.
It does. Sandy gets really quiet.
It does.
People are going to go back later and they're like, well, I'm just going to hit pause, which is absolutely fine. Pause, fast forward, do your own thing, and then come back and show us what you've done.
Yes. Yeah, when I created my first Zentangle, I didn't do any coloring in of any blacks, any blank space. And I realized that adds a whole other level.
It does. Yes, it absolutely does. I think it adds, like, I don't know. It just, there's something to it that just
a complexity.
Like the light and the dark. Yeah. Classy's a good, it's Doodle and Chat classy.
That's right.
There's just something about it that just adds to it, just making you happy.
Yes. Okay.
So I love these little swirlies, and I practice these swirlies a lot. And I still don't think that they turn out great.
I just discovered those square swirlies, and those are so cute.
They are so fun, but I feel like I still need some practice with them. Like they just don't always turn out like I had wanted. They look better with a Sharpie. I have practiced them with a Sharpie before, and there's something about the thickness of the Sharpie that makes it work really well.
Okay. Also, I don't know if you've like looked up from your paper and looked at the camera. Certain parts of my Zentangle look way better on camera than they do when I look at them on my paper.
Interesting. Yeah, I just
this part here, I'm looking at it makes me cringe. But when I look at it on camera, I'm like, ooh, that's trippy.
That does look good. Yeah.
It's not what I'm trying to do. I'm actually looking at a pattern and it looks nothing like this. But I'm leaning in and I'm very uncomfortable with how it's turning out. And I'm not happy. But when I look at it on the camera, I'm like, ooh, that looks cute. So I'm just going to keep owning that thought. I'm going to try your little square thing on my handle. I'm going to zoom in on you. No pressure.
No pressure. Okay.
Oh, so you have to make that square swirl a chunky one to get all the little swirls in there. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like the things I just drew look like pistachios.
Pistachio. Hold on. I will look up in a second. A little bit they do.
I know. That's crazy.
think I'm just going to add color until you're done. Be a good way to end.
I can be done anytime.
No, I think we're good. We're good. This is fun. Take us into the home stretch. Ooh, I almost, oh yeah, that'll be fun.
See, as I'm drawing this one that I'm on, I'm thinking about the terminology with my students about reflecting, because I teach math.
Oh.
And as I draw it, I'm trying to reflect or mirror what's happening on the other side.
That could be a fun math activity.
It could. The other one that I really love is the wandering path, which, fun fact, is a quilt stitch also.
I'm impressed that you know the names.
Well, I know it because it's a quilting stitch.
Oh, okay.
Because the first time I saw that, I was like, oh, cool. Like, I know what that is.
Oh, that would work.
Ending the home stretch with some arches.
You know, arches and stripes, the perfect fillers.
I really am feeling the need to turn this upside down, though. I just realized that what my brain does not like is doing arches upside down.
Oh, funny.
Like, I really wanted to turn my paper over. All right. Oh, I didn't do my handle, but that's okay. Ooh, I like the pattern you picked for your handle.
Thank you. I took your square thing.
That one looks good. So I want to color this in up here. Like this, I'll probably go back and color this in because I don't like it open.
And see, I do. I think it looks awesome open.
See, to me, it just doesn't feel finished. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I love your heart.
So fun.
I love that you took the idea of the clouds and the sun, and you even did the little triangles, and I haven't done anything like that, and I really want to.
Well, I'm happy that you like it because it was a complete fail. Because after I started doing that, I was like, oh, they want you to like line up the triangle with the triangle to fit a triangle and a triangle to fit a triangle. And that didn't work very well, but it looks really cute how it is.
I like it how it is. Yeah.
I think if I was going to do the top again, I would have done like a swirl because because of the coffee, you know, to give it that kind of fun swirl effect. But,
I thought about it, but I did the candy cane or but it even kind of looks like perspective, like the way that it's on there. So.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I like it too.
I also like that we ended up doing this finishing with the same one.
Yes.
It gives people an idea.
Oh, I'm still really happy with the leaf. Like,
yes, the leaf is so cute. And I like the colors too. That's a great idea. And yeah, I love it so much.
This was fun.
This is tons of fun. Just what I needed to. I feel calm, but at the same time, really energized. Like, but not like in a bad energized way. Like in a really healthy zen.
That's right. Well, and I do. So just like I said, drawing that, like it didn't work with my brain because I feel like, I know this is kind of weird to say, I feel like I'm a little bit more in tune to how my brain feels right now. Like I knew I didn't like how that felt for me.
Right.
And I don't know that I always acknowledge that.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, I'm going to let Mandi keep coloring, and I'll thank everybody for being here with us on our November Doodle and Chat Classy, all about Zentangles. Mandi and I will fill the show notes between now and tomorrow, and tomorrow and Friday, because we do sleep. Remember that thing? With some links to some people that we love to follow that do Zentangles, whether it's on TikTok or here on YouTube, as well as some of the ideas that we mentioned for using Zentangles in the classroom to enhance your students' use of regulation strategies, or even some of the crazy ideas we had for maybe even using them to enhance teaching and really tie it into visual thinking and doodling to learn. Thank you so much for being here with us, whether you joined us live or you're joining us later. Snap a picture of your Zentangle, share it out on Twitter using the hashtag Doodle and Chat so we can share with everybody all the fun that we get to have here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then be sure to join us next Wednesday when we are chatting with our Doodle and Chat friend, Mandi Froelich, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on, is it November 9th?
I don't know.
No, it's Wednesday. The next Wednesday after this one.
Next Wednesday. And it's a party of the Mandis.
Yes, it will be the party of the Mandis. I was thinking about that. I'm like, Mandi.
With Mandi.
Mandi. So it'll be super exciting. It'll be super fun to have our next Doodle and Chat with Friends episode. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Goodbye.
Bye.